What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today, as you can see, we're up here in the woods, and what we're going to be doing is working on the lower section of my food plot and also making a quiet access trail to my shooting shack. It's been about 2 weeks since I've planted this food plot with clover, and we got some results here, and I think it's pretty good so far. Keep in mind, it's only been 2 weeks, and we've had a ton of rain. So growing conditions weren't really optimal, but I think it's doing pretty good. Let me show you here. As you can see, we have all this greenery here starting to come up, and if you look closely, you can see all the little bits of clover. It's pretty thick, actually, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. Some spots are thicker than others because I spreaded it with a coffee can or whatever, but it's coming in good. It's coming in good. So like I said, we're going to be tackling the lower section of the food plot today, and this is going to be kind of like a vlog style video, more and less. I'm not really teaching you how to do anything because I've already done the upper food plot and made videos on that, and I have other videos on food plots that I've done before. But it's like a forest down here, so we got to get this all cleaned out. A lot of it is just these little sand birches is what I call them, but you can see all these. And I did have, it looks like the deer are actually still using my little walking trail I made for them a couple years ago. But we're going to sneak on through here, and you can see the deer have been using this. Otherwise the grass and stuff wouldn't be trampled down. But we gotta come, I'd like to take all these out of here, all these little birch trees. But yeah, there's quite a lot of work here to do, honestly. But what I'd like to do is mow all this, and it's going to be kind of a challenging task because all I have is the push mower, like I said before, and like you've seen before. But all this stuff here needs to be mowed. Other than this one center clump, there's actually a big pile of stumps or something there, which I can't mow. But everything around that can all be mowed, down it all the way over to there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do way down into there. I don't know if I'm going to go that crazy or not. I'd actually like to leave a strip of these berry briars all around the edge here because it acts like kind of like a buffer, so the deer feel more secure in here. But there's some stuff I got to take out of here, and then you see, I mean, if I mow all this, I don't know if I'm going to plant it or not, guys. But if I was to mow it all, I mean, actually, look at this. Kind of almost looks like a deer bed right here, I think. Looks like a deer bed to me. But, yeah, so if I mow all this, this is going to, like, almost quadruple the area that I have of plot. And another thing why I'm doing this is because all those little birches up in there, they're actually getting in the way come rifle season. If I do ever sit up in there, they're actually in the way of shooting down into the runway down here. So need to get them cleaned out, and I'd like to do it today because it's super cool out, which is good for a change. I've had nothing but scorching hot weather here, but today's like, it was 55 this morning, I think, so very cold compared to what it has been. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a vlog style video. If you guys like vlog style videos, make sure to leave a comment so I know to do more of them. If you don't like them, also leave a comment and saying what you'd rather see, because I need to be able to see, or I need to be able to know what you want to watch so I can put out content that you're gonna watch. But yeah, I'm gonna start with mowing down some of this junk, and then I'll probably commence to cutting some of these trees. But I'm gonna set you all up down here, and let's get started, I guess. I'm gonna go get the old mower. You've seen it before, the trusty Craftsman free lawn mower I got that acts as a brush hog. So let's get it. Alright guys, I'm not going to make you suffer through watching all the mowing and stuff, but I'm going to take that mower right there, and I'm going to mow almost this entire thing, if at all possible. We'll see what happens, but I'd like to get this all mowed and knocked down. Alright guys, finally done mowing the first cut. Took a long time, and what I did was I mowed parts of this and I left parts of this. The reason I left parts of it is for, they call them wildlife diversity pockets, and basically it's not only good for deer, but it's also good for small game like rabbits, partridge and stuff like that. But let me show you what I mean here. So as you can see, there's the shooting shack. So I mowed this whole section here and then left this big clump. Just made a kind of like a 2 mower wide pass through there. Left a pocket here of stuff, but all this is mowed, and then I left a bunch of jogs around the edges kind of. And then here's like a little strip here that I left, but the back side of that mowed a little path between it. And then, sorry, I don't know how well you can see because of the sun, but this is all mowed right here. And then another pocket right there, which is it's another diversity pocket. Another little pocket right here, and then all this is mowed. So basically what that does is it allows the deer to feel safer, and not only that, but you're also leaving room for natural like browse and stuff to grow, because there's a lot of berry bushes that grow in here. So deer love raspberry and blackberry leaves, and probably the berries too, I'd imagine. But not only that, but there's also natural forage in here, certain types of weeds they like to eat and whatnot. But it looks really good in my opinion, and the deer are going to feel a lot safer in here rather than just having one big open cut. And a lot of people do this, so it definitely works. But now that I got the first cut of mowing done, I'm going to mow it one more time on a lower setting, just to get everything so it's all nice and even, and it'll allow everything to come up perfectly at the same time. I might end up, in these little spots I cut, I might end up tilling this at some point and planting some clover or something along the lines of that. I'm looking into getting something for the back of my 4-wheeler. It's called like a groundhog or something, and it hooks right into the receiver, and puts all the weight of the machine onto that. It's like a disc plow or something, or a disc harrow. But I'm super happy with how this first little spot came out. So, and I know it doesn't look like a lot, but you add all these little sections I cut together, and that actually probably at least triples the size of my plot by the time you factor in all these little jogs and everything that I cut out. So now what I'm gonna have to do is I want to start cutting some trees. Wow, send it. Anyways, I want to start cutting some of these trees here, and I will end up having to take a few limbs off this big tree to open up the shooting lanes. But because right now, as it stands, if a deer is down here, my shooting shack is up there and you can't even see it. So that'd be kind of problematic if a deer is down here. I wouldn't be able to get a shot. So I need to clear all those small birches, and I need to take off the few bottom limbs off this maple tree right here. So that's the plan. But first I need to get a drink because I am thirsty. I've been mowing for like, I'd say probably a solid hour and a half without stopping. So I'm thirsty. Alright guys, I just got hydrated there with some Powerade. I had it in my cooler, and got my little baby saw here. This is a Steel 170 MS, and works perfect for doing these little trees. I don't need my big saw. No need for it. And plus, this one's got a spank chain on it, and I like to cut these down to the ground, like bury the bar in the dirt pretty much. So I don't want to be wasting my good new chains from a big saws on that. And this chain was already dull, so I just touched her up a little bit and ready to start cutting a few trees. But basically what I'm going to do, as you can see all these trees, I don't even know if you can see the shooting shack anyways. Well, there's the shooting shack right over here. I want to cut all these right here down to the ground. So it's going to be a little time consuming, I know, but it should be worth it because we'll be able to I'm going to leave the ones up here by the shooting shack right in front of it just for a little bit of a breakup, but all these from that big tree right there this way are all going. So let's get after it here. Out of gas. Back with gas now, but I'm just going to keep on cutting these trees. You've seen what it looks like. They're everywhere. So I'm going to cut these trees and I'll get back to you once I'm done cutting them all. And then we're going to haul them off. And then I got more mowing to do. So yeah. Alright guys. We got all the trees cut. That didn't take very long. It took about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. But so worth it. I mean, look at the difference. Now we're all open from the bottom of the food plot up to the top upper one, and you can see the shooting shack. So we have a perfect clear shooting line now. So what the main benefit of that is not only does it allow me to hunt here better with a rifle, but it allows me to hunt here better with a bow. Now I don't really shoot doe up here. It's just, I'm not against shooting doe at all, but up here we literally have like, I think this year on camera I got like 2 to 3 does right now, maybe, on quite a bit of land, and only one of them has fawn right now. So I personally just choose not to hunt doe right here. Other areas have loads of doe, not against it at all, as you can tell from my videos, because I do shoot quite a few doe. But this allows me to hunt better with a bow out of here, because if a buck comes through here and I decide to hunt here one night during bow season after a buck, now if it comes in anywhere down here, I am almost 80% likely going to get a shot. So that helps out quite a bit. But now the main thing is, now I got to get all these trees out of here so I can finish mowing this the way I want it to be mowed. I'm going to leave one more pocket probably right here in front of the shooting shack, and the rest of it is probably going to get mowed. Most of it's already all trampled anyways from me stumbling through there cutting trees, and also the trees falling on it. I wish I could get the tractor down here and get it underneath the pipeline, but it's just not possible. The pipeline is too low, so it's impossible to get a tractor down in here. So gonna have to move all this stuff by hand, which isn't a big deal. I've done it before, gonna have to do it again. But I'm just gonna tuck it out probably next to my shooting shack right here, probably right over here, and just make a brush pile pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get doing that, and we'll catch you when I'm done. Alright guys, we are done the first mowing. Check this out right here. Look how much better that looks right there. All the trees are gone. It's all been mowed. Left one more little patch right here and it opens up behind it. That is going to be so much better for shootability of this place. Now that I have everything mowed the first time, everything's kind of mulched right now. I'm going to drop the deck down to about, I don't know, what you'd mow your lawn at. And I'm going to cut everything again, mulch up everything that I possibly can. And what that's going to do is allow it to start growing into finer grass, more tender shoots that the deer will like. So I'm going to start doing that, and we'll get back to you when I'm done that. Right now this is what it looks like. You see there's still some weeds and stuff, berry brush that's sticking up. I'm hoping by mowing it shorter that all that will disappear, and we'll see what it looks like. But this is what it looks like right now. So once I'm done mowing, it should look a lot different. Once I'm done mowing as well, what we're going to do is start working on that little entrance into my shooting shack, making a quiet path to walk in. Basically what I'm going to be doing is getting rid of all the sticks and all the little trees, anything that's going to possibly make noise, because I have a good road up until the edge of this little clearing. So it's really kind of loud from the clearing to my shooting shack. So why would you want to be quiet all the way up to you're about 50, 60 yards from your shooting shack and then make all sorts of noise getting into it? Just doesn't make sense, right? So that's what that path is going to allow me to do. So that's what we're working on after I get done mowing this. So let's get after it. Alright guys, we're done mowing. I couldn't mow this little section here because of all the tree stumps. Even though I cut them pretty much to the ground, the mower's still kind of hitting them, so that's alright. It's like a 20 feet by 10 feet area that I can't mow. But the rest of it is mowed and look pretty darn good. Nice and short. New shoots should be coming up sooner or later. And I think this little area came out great. Connected it to my clover plot there. So once this stuff starts growing in here, the deer should have plenty of new feed to eat. If I do end up getting that little groundhog thing, I might come up here and well, work this soil over, and I'll plant either some more clover or something like that. But for right now, it's just gonna stay cut grass. Deer should eat it anyways. It's stuff that they naturally eat anyways. So yeah, we're done this area. I'm gonna go get a drink again, super thirsty, and then we're gonna start working on the little path there, little quiet path I should say. And once that's done, we're pretty much done this vlog for the day. So let's go get a drink. Alright guys, so we're up top here now. I pulled my truck and everything out from down below. But as you can see, well actually you can't see, my shooting shack is down there. So I want to make a trail leading off of this nice like logging road here. I want to make a trail that goes down somewhere right here along the very edge, straight down to my shooting shack, and I want to be able to make it nice and quiet. So I'm going to take the mower and we're going to try to mow a trail down to the shooting shack itself. I don't really know what's in the way. There might be some rocks, there might be trees, I have no clue, but we're going to find out with the mower. So yeah, I'm going to get to it here. We already got a good start on it. It doesn't look like anything's going to be in my way. I'm trying to leave like as much stuff as I can because it just helps break up your image a little bit. But we got a chute for right down there. It looks like there's a tree in the way down there, but we're gonna try to work around it. Alright, there we go. We are already done the walking path. That didn't take very long at all. I thought there was going to be a lot more like brush and stuff in the way, but there really wasn't. So, starts up there, and we go right down here. And I could have cut through some of those little sand birches, I call them. But I wanted to leave them because it helped break it up quite a lot. I will have to cut a little bit of brush here. I got a duck here, which isn't really a big deal, I guess, but then you get to right here, and you just have to poke through the woods right here. I'm gonna bring a rake up next time, and here next time, and I'll make sure to rake all this these little spruce limbs, because when those pop, they pop and they're loud. But yeah, and let's come right over to here and turn around, and you got your ladder right here, and then right up into the shooting shack. Should be alright though, maybe. If I see one, let's jump out. Okay, you know what? No, I'm not going up in here because I can see a wasp. So there's probably a wasp nest up in here. All this styrofoam insulation you see, that was in the wall, but obviously squirrels or something have come in and knocked it out. Maybe I can just reach the camera up and you can possibly see the view. I don't know, maybe you can. Maybe not. Yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I know it was kind of like, I don't know if you guys like these kinds of videos or not. You have to let me know down in the comments if you like the vlog style. I know it wasn't really much of a vlog, it was more just me like working, but I was giving you updates and stuff like that, so I'm calling it a vlog. If you guys enjoy this type of video, then leave a comment down below. If I don't get any feedback back about this video through the comments, then I'm not going to bother doing another vlog style. I'll just stick to doing the hunting and fishing videos that I do, because you guys seem to like those as well. And let me know if you guys want any more gun videos, because I know a lot of had one video do very well, and I've been wanting to do some more gun videos, but I'm kind of out of ideas for it. So so let me know down in the comments what you want to see, guys. I'm going to be going fishing later today. Me and Caleb are definitely going out, maybe Aaron as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay tuned for this fishing video. We're going to be chasing some big bluegills and possibly some crappie and walleye as well. So stay tuned. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.